Hello and welcome back to We Are Crafted in His Image. We are on our last of our projects for this month for the Cup of Tea Cocoa and Crafts class, and we've had a couple of like fun fold kind of cards. Today's is also, it is a, I guess, what do you call it, a bifold type of card. I love that you get to see both sides of the designer series paper with this one here. Just kind of a fun card to do, so let's get started with it. And this is a good blank card that could be used for any occasion that you need to send a card out for. Okay, we have, there's nothing in that envelope. Remember, one of your envelopes was in last week's kit, and then in this kit you should have quite a few cups. 1, 2, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you should have 2 teacups, or tea labels. Oh, there's my other one. There it is. So I am only going to do one. So I'm going to go ahead and put all of that aside. I will work on that second one later. And we have Blackberry Bliss and Whisper White. Or Basic White, sorry. We have our card bases, and we have a piece of designer series paper. So let me move all that out of my way, and we're going to go ahead and get started with our stamping. Now I am going to pull in a darker piece of paper to use for stamping these so that we can see them a little better. You want, where did my card go? Ah, there it is. You want 3 of them stamped with the stripe in the Blackberry Bliss. So let me get out my Blackberry here. Let me get this out of my way. And so I want 3 of these. Try to line up. You know what? I am going to turn it because I think lining up the straight line on the top is a little easier than the bottom. I don't know. We'll see if I do a better job on this one. Ho 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 ho, yep. So upside down is the way to do it. I'm basically looking at the straight line and the handle, the hole in the handle, trying to get those lined up. And having it on the dark background makes it a little bit easier. Now, of course, if you are doing this and you don't have my kit, then you're going to want to stamp on your paper first and then cut it with the die cut. Or cut it with scissors, whichever is easier, whichever you want to do. But then, oh, I still need the Blackberry Bliss because I'm going to do the Time for Tea again on my little tag. And again, you could switch up this sentiment. There's a couple of different ones that are in the stamp set that fit on that die. And now, that's all of that stamping. I'm going to pull out my green and the floral one. It's got the leaves on it. Oh, and I got a little bit of Blackberry. I must have some Blackberry Bliss on my finger somewhere. Oh, yep, it was on my thumb. There we go. And oh, that does work much better, lining it up that way. And, oh, I think I also want to stamp the inside. No, inside was blank. Oh, the envelope. The envelope. I was like, I know I used the green for something else. The envelope. So let's turn this back around. We have 1 envelope done and 2. There we go. Envelope's finished. I think that is all of our stamping. Now it's just time to do some assembling. So this is our card front, our card base. I am going to fold that over, burnish my score line, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and adhere the Blackberry, if I can find my adhesive. Oh, it's right next to me. Like, seriously right next to me. Oh my word. Okay. This is regular Stampin' Seal, not Plus. And I do want to get a bit in this middle section because we're going to actually end up cutting off part of it. And I don't want my edge to not have... Oh, guess what? I'm at the end. Time for a refill. I'm going to pause while I refill this. Okay, I'm back. That was quick and easy. I want a little tip though when you're refilling this. I do like to take and kind of clean the goopies out of here that have built up over while you had that in there. And then you just snap it back together. Easy peasy. So, let's get her started. There we go. And like I said, I'm going to put a little bit more than I normally do because I don't know where the edge is actually going to be. And let's go ahead and adhere this down. Get it straight. There we go. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take the cups and I'm just going to kind of line up where they're going to go. And come here, cup. Kind of holding them in place. Let's see, now I'll need to adjust them. But getting an idea so they kind of tilt over to one side. And then grabbing my pencil, I'm just going to mark inside the cup handle and then down across this bottom one here. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to take scissors and I want to cut inside that line all the way up. So I'm going to take this right here, and it doesn't have to be exact because this is going to be behind the cups. You do want it to be neat though, because you will see that cut from the inside of your card. There we go. So you're going to cut that off. And then we'll go ahead and adhere. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to adhere this part. What I'm going to do right now is on your Designer Series paper, I do have a score line I've already done on there. And it is just, this is a 4-inch wide, and I scored it at a 1/4 inch on that side. Sorry, I have sticky on my finger. So you're going to want to fold that in. And then I'm going to put some adhesive along one long edge of my white rectangle, basic white, and I'm going to fold that flap over top of that. Okay, so that is actually going to be, I can't get that sticky off my finger, it just keeps moving. Anyway, that's going to be hidden. That's going to be behind this panel. Okay, and then this panel gets put in here. You want to even edges on those 3 edges. And there you go. So that part is in. You see how that opens up. And now we're going to go ahead and put our teacups on. One of the teacups is going to have, remember our piece left over from last week? You should have a little bit left over at least. I'm going to cut this one in half. Oops, whoops. So that I have one for each of my cards. And doing the same thing we did last time, only this time I'm going to use a dimensional to adhere to the tag. So I'm just going to stick one of my little dimensionals right on top of that twine. There we go. Hold that down. And then this piece actually is going to get glued in as I assemble. So let me go ahead and I'm just going to put adhesive on the back of these. Yeah. And actually, if you want to use liquid glue, it would probably work a little better because it will give you a little bit of maneuvering time to make sure you get them lined up the way you want them. I'm going to start with this one, and I'm putting it down, but I'm not pushing really hard because I need to be able to put the next one inside of it, and I need to be able to adjust once I get all of them on there. So I'm just setting it there, but I'm not pushing down because I have this adhesive on Like I said, it might have been better to have used liquid, and I'm thinking that's what I did on my original, but we'll go with this. Okay, so see here, I've got to move stuff down so that I don't want it to extend above that because I want to be able to mail this in my regular envelope. And if it extends too far, you're not going to be able to mail it. So let's push these down a little. There we go. Get all my teacups on. And then on this one right here, you want to tuck this back behind there. Make sure it gets stuck under some adhesive. So now I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to push that down really hard. Make sure everything is stuck. Go ahead and take my backing off my 2-dimensionals and set this down. And there we have a finished card. You could put a different sentiment, one of the sentiments on the inside. You could use this as a birthday card. You could use this as just a note kind of a card. Whatever you want to use it for. And there you have it. This is the last of our Cup of Tea Coco and Crafts projects. I hope you enjoyed them. Next week, or next month, which actually is next week, I will be back with our newest one, which uses the Fond of Autumn stamp set. That will be next month's Coco and Crafts class. So, until next time, God's love and blessings to you. Bye!